Number 34, Izzy Ball. Number 99, Hayley Hoover. Welcome out both captains to the court. Number 9, May Rucci. And make some noise for the Melbourne. Number 3, Kayla Shaw. Assisted by Joe Wood and Matt Clark is our head coach, Christy Harrell. All right, Southside, as we pay our respects to the traditional owners of this land, we now take a special moment to honour and recognise their enduring connection to country, culture and community. Elder Ani Zeta Thompson-Briggs is unable to be here with us tonight. Please join us in welcoming Adrian Greenwood, proud Warramie man and First Nations leader at Knox City Council, who will deliver our Acknowledgement of Country.
Everyone, as always, it's always good in basketball to have a good sub, so Rd3 have subbed me in. Come on, Mami. Bravo, Mama. Mama, Mama. Rd3 give it. Rd3 ganga. Rd3 back. One note. What you just heard was the Werrong language, traditional language of the Rd3 people of this place. It's the language of Wine Creek that runs down this way and joins on with Dandenong Creek. So that language of Coonawarramul, the hill just behind us. And what I said was, g'day. And I said, how you going? I said, my mom to Warramai, so that's New South Wales. And so therefore it's an acknowledgement, not a welcome. It's only acknowledgement of your country. And then I said that I acknowledge the elders and where we are. That language and that culture was not allowed to be spoken here for a long time. And so we acknowledge all the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here tonight, as well as the very special week where generations of Victorian Aboriginal leaders have worked towards treaty. And we've seen that pass Parliament today. Yeah. And that's when I was thinking about treaty and I was thinking about how we acknowledge and we recognise elders past and present, there have been generations of elders who have worked towards that in Victoria, and even members of the First Peoples Assembly have been working on that. Their parents worked on it. It's a long road for that generation and the generation before. Yana daring, Naranga daring means listen, walk together and listen together. It's not a big, it's an important change, but it will be a slow change of walking together and finding what's best to own what it means to be into Aboriginal.
The broadcast side.
So thank you. Yana, Darren,
What? That there's a broadcast side?
Thank you, Adrian. Acknowledgement of Country. Cultural celebrations don't end there. Feast your eyes with the man with the prize. We shift our attention and give a warm welcome to Paul Kelly, who's about to treat us to a mesmerising didgeridoo performance. Feel the rhythm. Give him a warm round of applause. To further connect our celebration of tonight's Indigenous theme, we have a special moment of unity to share. Clap sticks made by Uncle Rick Bolton, the proud good-eye man. The footprints represent walking together. We come together to celebrate the 2025 Southside Melbourne Flyers Indigenous game. The other symbol is sitting, as we come together at the State Basketball Centre with all Australians to celebrate the oldest living culture in the world. The Eagle Budgel, our creator protector watching over us. Exchanging of the gifts between the two sets of captains, Alicia Frawley, Courtney Woods, and our Flyers, Maddie Rucci and Taylor George. If you're in a position to do so, we ask that you be upstanding and remove any hats from the Australian national anthem. Make some noise for these two sides. It's go time.
They go all the way down the other end. Here the Flyers looking to pounce. Sweeping pass from George to South. Get it back. Now they look for George. Welcome to Friday Night Hoops from the State Basketball Centre in Victoria, where the Southside Melbourne Flyers take on the undefeated Townsville Fire to kick off round 3 of the WNBL competition. Can the New Look Flyers get an early season scalp, or will Townsville continue its red-hot start to WNBL26? The players have arrived thanks to Minor Hotels. The fans are excited and so are we for Friday night basketball. Looking forward to this contest between two arch rivals. My name is Jess Webster and I'm joined in commentary tonight with two-time WNBL champion and former Flyers captain Beck Cole. Beck, it's a big test for your former side tonight.
It sure is. They had a great bounce-back game in round 2, beating the Sydney Flames, but Townsville Fire are looking the goods early. Their chemistry, their execution has been phenomenal so far. They've
won 2-0. Next to you in the experts chair, Damon Larry, NBL champion and Women's Kangaroos head coach. Damon, what statement do you want the Southside Flyers to make tonight?
If they can play D and compete against one of the best teams, if not championship favorite in the league right now. So Southside Flyers got to come out and play some D, because we heard what Christy Harrower said. If you don't play D, your ass is sitting right here next to me.
Absolutely. Let's head into the Flyers camp, because our courtside reporter Kelsey Brown caught up with one of the recruits, Hayley Peters, a couple of moments ago.
Hayley, thank you so much for your time. You guys are 1-1 on the season. How have you seen the start to this one for the Flyers?
Yeah, I think we have a new group. I think we've grown from the first week to the second week, and hopefully again tonight we'll show that we've taken a step forward. So I think it's been a good start, but we know we have a lot of work to do still.
You have a lot of WNBA experience. You bring a lot of maturity to this lineup. Do you know what your role is within the Flyers and what you hope to bring this season for them?
Yeah, I think, it's that, mostly that. I think along with Kayla, we have a good experience, and then we have a good young group underneath us that we're just trying to help figure stuff out. But I'm sure my role will change and be different things throughout the year. But just really whatever I can do to help us win.
Townsville Fire, they've been really great and really strong to start off the season. How do you scout them coming into tonight? Yeah,
I think a really good team. They last week just put on a showing, and so it's up to us tonight, I think, to be really physical with them. Try to slow them down a bit and see how it goes.
Lastly, I want to know about the number 99. What's the choice behind that one?
It's not my it was actually a mistake that was made on my jersey. I'm normally 33, but yeah, I'm rolling with it. I sort of like it. I might keep it. We'll see what happens.
Something a bit different. Yeah. All the best for the game tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hayley.
Well, 3 times 33 is 99, I think, according to my math, Beck. But let's have a look at Kayla George, because tonight she plays game number 374. It'll put her 1 game behind Karen Dalton in 5th place on the WNBL's games played list. Another day, another record for Kayla George, but she's showing no signs of slowing down.
It's so great to have a player of her calibre right here in the WNBL, and these achievements and milestones she's reaching is absolutely amazing. But she definitely bounced back after that game against Canberra, and against Sydney she had a double-double with 19 points and 11 rebounds, and I think she'll definitely need to keep leading her team, like Hayley said, with those two and their experience.
No doubt she'll be absolutely pumped up for tonight's test. Will the Townsville Fire, they have plenty of firepower on their roster. One of them is Abby Ellis, who is having a sensational start to the year, and she recently caught up with Kelsey Brown.
Abby, thank you so much for your time so close to the game. A really comprehensive win against the Capitals. What impressed you the most about the team's performance in that one?
Yeah, I think it's just our transition offense. We pushed the ball, the pace was really good. And, I thought our scout was really good, and everyone did their jobs and did their roles, and it was a great outcome.
Courtney Woods came out during the week and said you guys don't want to get too ahead of yourself, and Shannon Seabram's really good at keeping you humbled. What are some of the things that he says to sort of keep you guys with a lid on it this early in the season?
Yeah, I think he has standards for us every day. We have goals as a team and individuals, but as you said, each game is different. Anyone can be anyone on any day, and we know that. You got to show up. And yeah, we just keep going day by day, keep putting in the work.
I absolutely love what you bring to the WNBL. I feel like you've had a really great start to the season. How are you personally feeling with your games at the moment, and how you're sort of transitioning from last year into this year?
Yeah, obviously great to be in his system. Shannon's got a great system, especially as a point guard. Obviously bringing back 6 players, you feel so much more comfortable and confident and trust within each other. But yeah, still learning every game, still learning every practice, and yeah, it's fun.
We love what you do. All the best for the game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ab.
Certainly do love what she does, taking her game to a new level this year, as we see the fans are starting to fill out the State Basketball Centre tonight. Looking forward to a great clash on Friday night as we check in courtside to Kelsey Brown. Hello, Kels.
Hey guys, great to be here. As you said, it's the first home game for the Flyers here at the State Basketball Centre. The fans are lining up The atmosphere is really building, and no doubt they want to see their team get over the line over a really dominant Townsville Fire at the moment. But Becky, talk about Kayla George. She's coming off that double-double, and Lauren Cox from the Townsville Fire during the week came out and said it's going to take a team effort to stop someone like her. So I'm very excited to see this battle here tonight.
And Kelsey's exactly right. The leadership and the I can't even say that word. The veteranship of these two players in Hayley, in Kayla George, is so important for Flyers to get over the line against Townsville. But what I love is you get an import like Lauren Cox saying, I'm up for the challenge against someone like Kayla George.
Looking forward to this contest tonight as the WNBL Indigenous round continues at the State Basketball Centre. Rd3 takes it away for the Flyers, and they'll get first possession. One change to their starting five tonight. Hayley Peters into the starting five, and McKenna Marissa on the bench for the Southside Melbourne Flyers as she loses her feet. Hands it off to Peters. Offline from deep, early stages.
And you can see early, Hayley Peters is taking Courtney Woods down to the body shop. They're going to try to exploit that matchup.
Abby Ellis off to Woods. Here is that matchup you mentioned, Damon. Woods with an early basket to get us underway. Had 16.7 rebounds, 14 assists last week, Courtney Woods. She was almost on triple-double watch, and they had her on the bench late in the game. We were screaming at them to get her onto the floor. Peters, second shot, can't get it to go.
Even though those shots haven't dropped, I like that she's aggressive early. She's a very versatile player, can shoot it inside, outside, and I think they're going to need production from her on the scoreboard.
Fowler from the corner, knocks it down. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Townsville, 5-0 lead.
That's what I like to see Alex Fowler do. That's an aspect of her game that is underappreciated. She's known for her work rate and rebounding, but she can step out and make threes.
She was a WNBL Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago. Reed wins it back. Off to Rochi. Now works her way inside. Hands it off to George. A couple of attempts now. Goes for the trademark fadeaway. It's no good. So last week, the Townsville Fire, Damon, had 5 players in double figures. They put 105 points on the board. How does Southside navigate? There's so many avenues to scoring.
Yeah, they're going to have to defend the three-point line because this is a high-octane team. They got 3 girls, Soa, Ellis, Woods, that's shooting like the skin off the ball right now from downtown. So they got to really make sure they don't give up anything easy in transition.
Start of the season with a hard-fought 8-point win over Bendigo, beat the UC Caps by 35 last week to the Fire. They've combined for 179 points in their first 2 games.
And that's what makes Fire so hard to guard, because if you shut down Soa, you shut down Woods, then you have Fowler, then you have Ellis stepping up, and I think that's where the game's evolved. It's not like 10 years ago where you could rely on one player scoring 30 points. Like you said, they have 5 players over 10 points. You shut someone down, there's someone there stepping up. So it's so exciting to watch the Fire play.
Maddie Rochi at the line, gets the Flyers scoring underway tonight. Had a win and a loss to start their season, lost to the Caps by 9 points at John Cain Arena in round 1. Bounced back to beat Sydney by 5. Thanks to a Kayla George masterclass last week. 19 points, 11 rebounds, Kayla George, after a quiet round 1.
The way Kayla's moving, the way she's looked after her body, I'm looking at another 100 games.
Why not? I mean, she's certainly not thinking about retirement. In fact, I think she hates that word. Here's Alicia Froling underneath the basket for 2, played game number 100 last week, speaking of milestones.
And Froling's been a monster on the board early. She's already having 3 and 1 being offensive.
So Alicia Froling, incredible story. She's gone full circle, started as a development player at Townsville, went away, came back, and now notching up game number 100. We know her injury troubles and how hard that she's fought back in her career. At one stage, she wasn't sure if she was able to continue, so no mean feat reaching 100-game milestone for her.
No, it's a true testament to her as an athlete, hardworking, sometimes when you think the game is going to be taken away from you, it is really scary. But for her to come out, reach 100 games, it's an amazing milestone, and what a great achievement.
Here she is on pure offensive foul called against Froling.
Was she moving back? Nah, what'd you think? Yeah, she took it in the chest.
I think her feet were just set for a 0.01 of a second.
Townsville by 5. Hayley Peters, as we mentioned, just starting 5 tonight. You like that move, Beck?
I do. I think they need a bit more of scoring power to help along with the likes of, you know, Rochi, George, Reed and Bourne. Just while they're finding their rhythm, she also brings that experience. She's played over in Europe for many years, as well as Connecticut Sun in the WNBA.
Starting Froling gets the call her way.
I like what Alicia does in transition. Once they get a rebound and kick it out, she runs right down the middle of the floor and gets a deep seal. If you get that ball inside to her there, she's so cagey around the basket. She's real good at drawing fouls.
And what's good, though, as a post, she's happy because her guards are feeding her. So they're rewarding her for running. And as a post, if your guards aren't feeding you, you stop running. So if you keep doing that, she will be running all game. And that's, I think, a true credit to Froling and how Shannon Seebohm runs his team.
Those uniforms are fire, too. Pun intended.
They look absolutely fantastic. So we go to our second week of WNBL Indigenous round. Fire with an early 7-point advantage. How have you seen the contest so far, Damon?
Well, Townsville's getting off to the start I kind of expected. When you're on the road, you want to make sure you get off to a good start on the defensive end. Their offense is taking care of itself. They just play so well together, like Beck was saying. They execute beautifully. It's up to the Flyers to keep pace.
0 from 6 from the field so far, the Flyers.
The Flyers do look good, though, when they have off-ball movement. We see Rochi's made 2 cuts off the ball. She's been fouled on both of those occasions. When they're sort of stagnant, not moving the ball quickly around the 3-point line, that's when I find it harder for them to score. So keep lots of ball movement. Moving without the ball is looking really good for them early.
Rochi's averaged the 12 points per game in her first 2 games. 84% at the line. George wins it back. Rochi works away inside, then kicks it out to Bourne. Pulls the trigger, bounces off the rim. Another O-board to Rochi. It's Fowler to contend with, out to George. She goes for it and nails it.
Never fails. Offensive rebounds, multiple offensive rebounds by the Flyers, and they always lead to kick-out triples.
Is that the spark that lifts the Flyers? And they get another stop as the Fire turn it over. Let's take a look on the AMU replay. Kayla George gets her scoring underway tonight.
And you need to find Rochi. She's really well known for getting those offensive boards. She's feisty, and then she's finding her teammates open on the 3. And George, 8 out of 10 times, is going to be hitting that.
Goes to Rd3, trying to muscle her way through, but she loses it. Quick transition down the other end from the Fire, and the move from Soa was nice to watch, but just couldn't find the finish. Now the Flyers quickly working down the other end. Now they look to set things up. Rochi to George. 2 from 2. Thank you.
You've got to be closing out to George now. She's hit 2 in a row. She will be on fire tonight.
This ref is calling everything. That's like his 4th call. He's working his butt off out there. As we look at his little miscommunication on defense, Kayla made him pay the price.
So they've closed the gap here, the Flyers, back to a point the difference. Fire out by as much as 7. They've done well to wrestle back momentum, and they win back possession again. Good little burst here.
Pull.
Peters working hard off the left, no good.
Beck, if you made 2 threes in a row,
I'd want the ball back.
You had
straight
the ball,
away.
you gotta let it fly.
Soa in the corner. Can't get it to go.
Kayla knows the rules. She's on a hat trick.
And she has that green light. She's earned that green light. So we would love nothing more than to see George definitely pull the trigger on that one.
Well, the WNBL26 season is officially underway. Expect to see world-class athletes, fierce rivalries, and some truly epic basketball. Get all your WNBL news, info and tickets now at WNBL.com.au or scan the QR code on screen as the seas part for Rd3.
And that was a beautiful Spanish action. I love watching that in play. You have a guard to big screen, and Rd3 read that play so well.
And they've hit the lead, the Flyers. Cox looking to respond. Runs into a teammate, Fowler.
Flyers dodged a bullet on that one. Kayla didn't box out Lauren Cox. She didn't think she'd shoot that 3 ball, probably. Got caught off guard. But in this league, you can't afford to leave anybody open. Not that open.
Show some love for our floor wipers in the house tonight.
Olsen, who's onto the floor for the Fire, hands it to Cox. Gets it back, now hands it over to Woods. Cox looks to get around George,
Yes.
then lovely feed to Fowler, who draws the contact.
What a good dish from the big girl. Love to see that.
Lauren Cox with the shot fake. Nice bounce pass. Alex Fowler is always in the right spot.
Former Townsville junior is Alex Fowler. He's come through the pathway, spent obviously some time at University of Portland for a few years. So you mentioned a Rookie of the Year in the competition a couple of years ago. Still only 24 years of age. Rd3 pounces on the loose ball.
Hey there, hey.
A little bit too much on that pass. Immediately puts her hands up to say, so sorry.
And that's the one.
Too many weak picks.
Yeah, that's the one area, Beck. What do you reckon of Maddie Rd3's game? She's got to do a better job of just taking care of the ball. Some of those passes, she's averaging 6 turnovers. I know it's only been 2 games, but that's a lot, Beck.
Yeah, definitely as a point guard, you need to make sure you're looking after the ball. I think the defense physicality has lifted, but especially in that transition, Bourne ran the lane so well there, and they're just cheapies that Flyers can add to their tally.
Olsen to haul that onto the floor immediately, makes an impact.
Picking back up where she left off from last game. In 24 minutes last game, almost had a double-double with 20 points and 9 rebounds. She's a great impact player for the Fire.
To George in the corner. No board from Peters, loses it to Ellis.
She brought it down low and Chantel stripped her.
Woods wide open, feet set. All that with the rebound. Olsen, she coughs it up as we head courtside to Kelsey Brown.
I know what Damon Lowry is going to say about this, and it's the fact that the Flyers have made their first sub 3 minutes to go in that first quarter. Damon and Beck, is this something that you like to see from the Flyers running out of rotation this early in a game?
Well, you know what I'm like, Kels, but the Fire got so much firepower. I don't mind, because whoever comes onto the court is going to keep the same tempo. Like we just saw Chantel Horvat immediately knock down the 3 ball. So I got no issue with this one.
Woods gets fouled. It's amazing, isn't it, when you speak about just the consistency. Chantel Horvat last week, 20 points, 9 rebounds. One of the 5 players who scored double digits. They just find a way to get it done.
And she's been a great story. I spoke to her earlier in the week, and in the off-season, she actually had to take a lot of time off through some injury. And, you know, she was a bit nervous, wasn't quite sure where she was going to head up. Was it Europe? And she came in as an injury replacement for Saffron Shields. And she just said she had a chat with Shannon, and she really felt like this was the right thing to do in her gut, and she had a great preparation, and you can tell she's fit, she's healthy, she's moving well, and she's been a great addition for this Fire squad.
Here's Olsen from deep. Ellis pulls in the rebound. to Olsen. Now goes for it. Flies ball. So Damon, take us into the coaching mindset of Shannon Seebohm to be able to get his players to perform at such an elite level early in the season and have such that spread of contributors that we mentioned. Of course, they won the preseason tournament as well. So how has he done it?
I think Shannon is a mad scientist when it comes to offensive execution and putting players in the best spots. They're really, as Kayla gets her third triple to go. Yeah, Shannon puts players in their best spots, and he does a great job developing them. Everybody knows if you go to Townsville, you're going to come out of there a better player. And Shannon's was the first full-time coach in the WNBL, so he's devoted a lot of time to his craft. Good to see him being so successful.
They're currently got a challenge on their hands in this first quarter. The Flyers going toe-to-toe with the Fire. Bowyer's onto the floor for Southside. Kayla George, 3 from 4 from outside the perimeter. Mentioned it pre-game, Beck. We know she'd be pumped up for this one, as is Lauren Cox, who said she was very excited to play on Kayla tonight. The legends of our competition.
Timeout.
Another one goes down. Maddie Rocci.
And this is good for them, their first home game. They want the fans to get around them. They've started this quarter great. They've hit their 4 triples already. What more do you want from them right now?
McKenna Marissa into the action.
Good pass.
Here she goes.
Good.
With number 4 in the corner, Kayla George is grinning ear to ear.
Excellent find by Maddie Rossi. Could have made just the basic skill, the pass to her left, but she saw the defense was slack, kicked it across the court in the corner, and Kayla, 4 in a row.
You got to know the scout, Damon. You got to know the scout. Kayla George right now is hand down, man down.
Well, this is the contest we wanted to see tonight. Friday night hoops from the State Basketball Centre. The Flyers up against the undefeated Fire, and they lead by 5 with a minute to play in the first.
I thought that timeout bet came 1 possession too late after the last 3 went down. We're looking at some highlights of Maddie Rocci's work.
These are the Kayla George triples. 4 from 5 from deep in the opening quarter. 12 points, 3 rebounds already.
But why they've been so successful, it's coming from their defense. They're actually getting stops, and then they're running. And you even see with Indy in that little tap pass that she gave back to Kayla, they're knowing that, hey, Kayla's on fire right now. Let's keep going till the well dries out. But right now, there's a minute left. They've held Townsville Fire to 14 points.
Sensational job.
1, 2, 3,
So the crowd is starting to get involved here at the State Basketball Centre. They've come to cheer on their Flyers side, hoping for 2 wins in a row. As we head courtside to Kelsey Brown, who was in the Townsville huddle at that timeout. Kelsey, what did you learn?
Well, it was all Courtney Woods at the start. She said that is a terrible effort from us. We're jogging back. We're making eyes at the ref. That's not the standards that we set. And then Shannon Seebohm, he walked in and he said, look, it's down the defensive end. The urgency isn't there. We need to make sure we keep an eye on Kayla. And he sent Chantel Horvath to her.
Pretty strong words. The Townsville Fire huddle.
But this is the thing about Townsville. They have so much poise. They don't fret. They don't get scared. They don't lose their cool. And right now, there's still 3 more quarters to go. But we have an exciting one on our hands.
This time, Kayla George dishes it off to Bourne, working hard underneath the rim, can't get it to go. Good defense from the Fire. Can they get a little team lifter here as the seconds tick down to quarter time? Soa. It's offline. And that is the end of a pulsating opening quarter of Friday night hoops at the State Basketball Centre. The Southside Melbourne Flyers 19, leading the Townsville Fire 14. Don't go anywhere. More to come after the break. Fire have scored a combined 179 points, but at quarter time here against the Southside Melbourne Flyers, they were held to just 14 as the Flyers open up a 5-point gap at quarter time. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Bet Cole and NBL champion Damon Lowry in commentary as we head courtside to Kelsey Brown.
Yeah, I listened in to Christy Harrow. She was very happy with the offensive end, but she said that's all been built from the defense that we've put together. No surprises, this first play that she's drawn up is going to Kayla George.
Kelsey Brown's right. They've forced Townsville into 5 turnovers already in that first quarter, but also a big difference for me is Townsville Fire are 1 from 7 from the 3-point line, which is so unlike them compared to the Southside Melbourne Flyers, 5 from 8 from the 3-point line.
Kayla George, 12 points in that opening quarter. Adds to a tally again and kick off the second. 4 from 5 from 3-point range in that opening quarter.
Good poise. They switched the ball screen and Kayla realized she had a mismatch, didn't panic, took Mila down to the body shop and got an easy deuce. They got problems.
Back gets around George. Can't get it to go. Peters with the rebound. Hayley Andrews onto the floor. The Flyers. McKenna Marissa wants to get in on the action. They are dominating them from outside the perimeter.
And that will be very good for her confidence. She went from starting the first 2 games onto the bench. We know as an athlete, sometimes that can mess with your head. She's missed a fair few of her shots so far whilst entering the WNBL. She will be feeling good after that shot.
For that to respond. Can't get it to go. 10 points the lead now to the Flyers. They trailed by as much as 7 in that opening quarter. Fire came out hot since then. Flyers in control. George off the glass.
That's such good offense. They recognize the Townsville switching the ball screen back. Hayley Peters flash up high, get a little high-low action. This is surgical right now.
The execution from the Flyers is beautiful, and I love, even as a guard, a big-to-big high-low pass action. There's nothing better. There's nothing better.
Ellis to inbound. Soa and now Woods. Gets it out to Ellis. Now pulls up for 2. Again, it's off target. George with the rebound. Number 7 already.
They've done a great job on Ellis so far. She's only had 2 shot attempts, so they're definitely making it difficult for her to get her baskets.
Well, that goes herself, makes it count. There's George this time. Feeding barrier. Andrews right up.
Nice dish by Kayla. Recognizes that when she catches the ball, everybody's kind of staring at her a little bit. Nice cut off the ball.
And they've run that play a few times now, and every time that point guard, whether it be Maddie Rocci or Hayley Andrews, has gotten a foul and is going to the basket. So I quite like that play for the Flyers at the moment. If the defense isn't adjusting, keep executing the same play till they make a change.
Andrews, a 25-year-old, originally development player with Townsville. Went away to college, spent a bit of time with Adelaide. Here she is at the Flyers and playing an important role so far this season.
She is. She had a great off-season in the NBL1 with Sandringham Sabres, and she really became that leader on the court. And I think it's great for her to be that substitution for Rocci, to just be able to give her a breather. I think when you're leading a team, especially in a point guard position for 40 minutes, it's hard when you have someone in your grill all game. So I think she'll be a great release for the Flyers.
Flies by 11 as Bowyer makes a move. Oh, just overcooked it. Looking to settle at their offensive end. George got a hand in there. Foul.
wide open. Rattles out.
That's 1 of 9 from downtown, Beck. Now, Beck, let me ask you this. Kayla George is obviously hotter than most right now, right? Townsville, I think, should just go at her. Although, don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it. Because Christy Harrell was playing defense for the Fire about taking Kayla out. But you know what I mean? Like, if somebody's that hot, make them work on the other end of the floor.
Tire them out. Then it makes their shots harder as well. Can you get her in foul trouble, get her out of the game? But we see here subbing on for George is Manuela Poch, and she was out due to illness. So it's so good to see young gun Manny back in the game. She had a great off-season at Under-19 Worlds, winning silver with the Aussie team and playing with her last season. I absolutely love Manny, and she is definitely going to be a player of the future, and I can't wait to see her hopefully get some more minutes as the season goes on.
A local Dandenong product as well. She gets her first opportunity here in this second quarter.
What's her personality like, Beck? I know a few of those pooches from Dandenong. It's their basketball family, but she's got like a real outgoing personality, don't she?
Manny is funny. She had me in stitches. She's confident. She's got a personality and just so kind. Absolutely, you want her as your teammate.
Great to have the insights of WNBL and NBL champions Beck Cole and Damon Larry with us in commentary tonight as Woods goes all the way herself. That's a little confidence booster for her and her team.
I think that's a calming shot that was just made from Woods. They got to stop, transition, set up in defense. Let's get 3 stops in a row here. Let's get some momentum.
And they do get it.
And Courtney Woods read that last play. She saw the pick and roll, and they're still going to switch the ball screen, but she came out of that corner, strong side corner, and just read the play and got the steal. I love a good chess match, literally and figuratively.
Pretty handy chess player, are you, Damon?
Every day.
Love it.
Who do you play?
The computer.
Okay.
Randoms around the world.
Anyone and everyone.
How long, Coach Cole, are you sitting Kayla George?
If you want some burgers in the house.
Next stoppage, I'm bringing her back on the court.
I mean, let's not mess around, right? Like,
here's your shot to win an official WNBL.
One more time.
Townsville back to 7. Here's Poch. Cleans it up. Gets her first points of the season. Runs it down the floor and off the glass for 2. Courtney Woods gets fouled.
Make some noise in your seats. We gotta get warm and louder. We want some burgers. We gotta make some noise.
all righty. What's happening? Well done, Jess.
Courtney Woods 2 from 2 at the line.
I'm telling, Beck Cole. I'm telling. Can I tell it? No. Minor difficulty. We're good.
I think we're all back on deck. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 9 points the way of the Flyers. Here goes Peters.
Ooh.
They cannot miss from deep.
Tough shot. Little jab to the left. Pull up triple from Haley.
They are 70% from a 3-point range, the Southside Flyers.
And that's what she can do. Inside, outside. You have to get a hand up to her at all times.
Soa. She gets in on the action. That was badly needed for the Fire.
It's only a matter of time. Mila's shooting 46% from down there. Jab, step back.
And usually as a team, you might be missing your shots in the first half, but it always changes around in the second half. So Flyers need to make sure that they use this momentum going into the second.
So take a look on the Amy replay. Here's Hayley Peters. Knocks it down.
That's a tough shot. Olsen had a hand into her. That was a jump shot 3. And then you have Miller doing Miller things with that crossover into the step back.
Peters from the corner. A rare miss.
Foul on Courtney Woods. Yep. And Kayla checks back in with 4 minutes to go. See if she can pick up right where she left off with a 9-point lead.
Here's your shot to win an official WNBL game ball signed by the WNBL team of your choice. It's pretty easy. Just scan the QR code on your screen right now and enter your details for your chance to win. Potch from long range. Rattles out. Wilson pulls in the rebound. Off to Soa. He's averaged 15 points in our opening 2 rounds. Foul against Rocci.
And the Fire, they're probably looking the most unsettled I've seen them so far in the first few rounds. I know Coach Shannon Seebohm will get them together though. You can see them talking together in huddles. They have that experience, although, Jess, I think you said they're the youngest team in the league. They have experience as people playing for the Kangaroos, the Opals. They're used to this. So I know they'll come together, but right now they're looking a little bit just stagnant on offense.
Yeah, and also because Southside Flyers have made 7 triples. I mean, that's pretty much the game. So 7-point deficit if you're Townsville, you're not panicking. But with 3:40 to go, now Flyers got to be careful because they are in the bonus and Townsville shooting free throws for the rest of the half.
There's Rocci speeding away. Hands it off to Locke, who's onto the floor for the first time tonight. Bourne, Rocci decides to go herself. That was a beautiful move, an excellent execution.
I don't know, what was that move called? Just put your head down and go straight by the defense. Lucy Olsen got to move her feet a little bit better than that.
Timeout here in the second quarter. It is the Southside Melbourne Flyers 36, leading Townsville 27. So a strong performance so far from the home side in the Flyers. They led by 5 at quarter time, opened up a double-digit lead here in the second. Kayla George is shooting the lights out of it, 16 points so far, including 4 from 5 from deep. And her side shooting 3-pointers, 7 from 12 so far, the Flyers. Townsville 2 from 10. But as you mentioned, Beck Cole and Damon Lowry, it's unusual for the Fire, and they'll be pleased that they're only 9 points down here in the second quarter when one side is just shooting lights out of it from deep and they haven't quite found their rhythm yet.
And you saw the Fire in that last play trying to set up in a full court press, but the Southside Melbourne Flyers really just executed well, and then Maddie Rocci just drove straight past Lucy Olsen.
Come out of a timeout here in the second quarter. Southside Melbourne Flyers 36, leading Townsville 27. Jess Webster with you alongside a couple of WNBL and NBL champions, Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. The contest we've had so far on Friday Night Hoops. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching as we head courtside to Kelsey Brown, who was lurking around the Townsville huddle at that timeout. Kels, what do they have to say?
Yeah, Beck, I was listening into Shannon Seebohm, and Beck, you were right. He's not worried about the scoreline, but he said we have to guard. We can't keep going in the defensive structures that we're in. We have to start guarding. If you're not going to guard, someone's going to come in for you. He wasn't worried, like I said, so a little bit of calmness in there, but wants to see plenty more on defense.
All right, let's see what they can produce in his final 3 minutes.
The patented
Alicia Froley.
That's textbook fade from Kayla George, but Alicia was having none of it.
Read her like a book. Olsen to Woods, wide open for 3 and gets it done.
And you saw the passion from Woods there. Is that the shot that gets the Fire going? I think it might be.
Has she lit a spark? Kayla George overcooks it. Margin back to 6. We know this Townsville Fire outfit can eat up that deficit pretty quickly.
Whoa.
Woods misfires for 3.
And that was open because the way Alicia Frawley ran the middle of the lane, just unlucky. Courtney missed that shot, but I understand the sentiment, Beck. With Kayla George being on 2 fouls, most people would think just sit her out, don't get your third, but you got an absolute out-and-out Mount Rushmore-type veteran on the floor. She's got to be trusted.
And she's smart enough too. She would have been in many of these situations before.
Yeah, she's in the corner. George! Just runs out. Cox with a rebound.
And smart play by Frawley. The Flyers are now on 5 fouls. They're going to the free throw line. You're giving them easy points, and you did such a great job for 2 quarters, and now you're just letting them chip away back in it. And people who are missing shots, the best way to get them back in the game is just see one go through the net.
Taking time off the clock, 2 minutes left in the half, and they're creeping up like you said. And Alicia just keeps running the middle lane. Now Flyers got the 2 bigs, so styles make fights, right? So those 2 bigs for Flyers can score and shoot 3s, but the Townsville bigs can actually run the floor like Fowler, Chantel Horvath when she comes on, as well as Alicia.
Alicia Frawley, as we mentioned, played game number 100 last week. They're saving their big celebration, though, for when Townsville return home. Round 5 is the first time they're going to be playing at home. They start their season with 5 away games before taking on Adelaide on home turf, where we're going to bring out all the bells and whistles for Alicia Frawley in her hometown to celebrate her century.
And it's always more special as well when you have your family there, which, as we know, Frawley was born and raised in Townsville. So to have her mum and dad, maybe she'll see a brother or 2, who knows? But it's so great to be able to go back to your club in a home game with fans who, they just have so much love for you. And then you want to go out and you want to have a stellar performance for them as much as your team.
My last year in the NBL was the Townsville Crocodiles, and Shane Frawley, the dad, was my assistant coach. And I've got photos of Harry, Sam, Alicia, and Keely when they were normal-sized humans. I had no idea they'd grow into the players they are now, as well as the size they are now.
So if they were normal-sized humans then, what kind of size humans are they now, Damon?
Super-sized.
Super-sized.
One more time.
What would your free throw shooting percentage be, Beck, if you had to shoot left-handed?
Oh, probably down at around 25%. How about yourself?
Less than that.
Bourne working hard under the rim. He's coughed it up. Margin back to 5. Soa can't get it done. Frawley working hard for the O-board and gets the contact as well. She's so good at that.
Okay, we're going to need Damien replay. We need to watch what Alicia Frawley does every time, Beck, they get a rebound. There's no hovering around, watching to see what's going to happen. Right down the guts every single time. So Mila now has the, she has the confidence to shoot that 3 ball because she knows Alicia's on the rim for the rebound.
And that's the thing about the Fire. Because they execute so well, the person shooting the ball knows that's the right shot. Therefore, Frawley is always in those correct places for rebounding opportunities.
And free burgers. This is what Beck loves the most. Free cheeseburgers. Claim it via the WNBL app. The code is WCrossover.
And when you get there, tell them Alicia sent you. Cash.
Woods. Money in the bank.
And I love Wood's passion. She looks at her teammates on the sideline, double fist pumps. I'm loving this.
She has brought her side back in this second quarter. They're back to within 2 points. Flyers need to keep up the intensity. George v. Cox. Cox wins the mini one-on-one. Here goes Olsen. Steps through off the glass for 2. Great finish.
What footwork from Olsen just there.
And
that
scores,
is poison patience.
Sorry, Beck. Scores a level. I got too excited.
Damon, I was just thinking about those cheeseburgers. We love a fitness challenge. Here we see Olsen, great behind the back move, coming to 2 feet. Footwork, step through finish. I love to see it, but we love a fitness challenge.
Yes, we do.
How about we try cheeseburger challenge? Who can eat the most? That's going to be hard for us.
I think I'm going to come second in that competition.
Oh, file that under things I'd love to see.
You can play-by-play that, Jess. That would be a show.
Certainly would be. Worth the admission price, you would think. So a minute to go here in the second quarter. This is what good teams do, Beck and Damon. They know how to weather the storm and then make their run for it. It's exactly what the Fire have done.
Everybody talks about you got to play a full 40-minute game. It's unrealistic to think you're going to play good for every minute of the game. So the thing is, you can't get too down on yourself. You can't dig too deep of a hole. Townsville always knew they could get back into the game. They just had to make a few minor adjustments, and they knew shots would eventually fall. They've made 3 threes so far in this quarter, picked up the defense, getting to the free throw line back. They shooting 14 free throws as a team, made 10 of them.
And we see the Fire again in this full court press, just trying to change up the defense, make Flyers use the shot clock so they can't get those easy, quick scores.
Reed has Froling for company. Andrews, George, and now Peters off to Bourne. Now they go inside to George, kicks it back out to Bourne, looking to get a shot away. Tries to pass it off to Reed, but it's come unstuck as they fight for it on the floor.
And Fife have shut Bourne down. She hasn't got any points on the board just yet, and she's Townsville tip-off MVP. So they need to get Bourne going, maybe look at a few offensive options for her. Let her see one go down close in.
Soa gets fouled and she's off to the line.
A late whistle, but the right whistle. Mila saw she had a mismatch in transition, and that's one thing that the Flyers are not doing a great job of right now, is getting back on D. And Beck, did you see the jump switch? So Flyers run the pick and roll. Kayla had a mismatch briefly, but they jump switched. Big came over and took her, so she didn't have the mismatch. She ended up kicking the ball out. I like to see her still be aggressive. She's only scored the 2 points for the quarter.
And she's such a scoring threat and such an integral part of the team. So I couldn't agree more. Like, get your head down, go to the basket and do your thing, because she has some great one-on-one skills.
"20 seconds left. Scores are level. Fabulous contest that's unfolded so far tonight. Flyers have come to play against the undefeated Fire. They cause another stop late. They've really lifted their game in the back end of the second quarter. Froling makes a move and makes it count.
Wow.
Talk about lifting. She certainly has done that. On the halftime buzzer here at the State Basketball Centre, she's handed her side the lead. Townsville 38, leading the Flyers 36. At quarter time, it was the Flyers by 5. But Townsville really turned things around, particularly late in that second quarter, to have their noses in front at the main break as we head courtside to Kelsey.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here with Maddie Rocci. Maddie, great first half from you guys, although it turned around in that second quarter. How did you see that first 20 minutes?
Yeah, we started well. We knew this was going to be a tough game. They're at the top for a reason, and even though it's 2 rounds into the season, we know they're a talented team, but we've got to dig deep at the defensive end, and yes, we have the scoring power, but if we can't get stops, we know they're a team that can pile points on quickly.
Courtney Woods, she really came into her own in that second quarter. How do you find a way to stop her and null what she's doing on the offensive end?
Yeah, definitely. We've got to lock in on her and know where she is on the floor. We know that she can score the ball at any given time. She's a scorer for a reason, so we've got to find her early in transition and not overhelp so much.
Great job. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you.
I don't know you down to the bone, you're making me sweat, you're making me cold, and I love it. And I love it. Want some more? I'm up in my zone, touching the sky, feeling the flow, and I love it. And I love it.
I've got a quick zoom and a black and white viewfinder.
Indigenous round now, a very special gift exchange happening in the centre of the court. We're of course welcoming Tiffany Hunter, a proud Tamarama woman who is the artist as well of this year's beautiful, beautiful jersey. She is presenting in Coots, the general manager of the Flyers, with a canvas in as a jersey to present to Tiffany as well with the official exchange.
What am I doing?
Once again, this is in recognition of Indigenous round. Give it a big round of applause. And right now we are about to welcome a very special group indeed, the Nankiri Tinas Indigenous Dance Crew. They are going to take over our court. Known for the importance of rhythm, movement and crowd. Please put your hands together for Nankiri Tinas Indigenous Dance Crew.
I just got to ignore it. That's the bit, you got to ignore it.
Yeah, instead of ignoring it, you've just got to isolate the noise. We're not getting it.
Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre. A halftime here, round 3 WNBL action, and we've got a game on our hands. The undefeated Townsville Fire leading by 2 points over the Southside Melbourne Flyers, 38-36. What a first half of hoops we have seen. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Beck Cole and, of course, a Women's Kangaroos head coach and NBL champion Damon Lowry. Beck and Damon, that was a fabulous half of hoops. What did we like?
It really was. This is why I love the WNBL. We see the Fire making a great comeback in that second quarter, thanks to Courtney Woods, who's picked right back up where she left off from that triple-double watch. She has 14 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, but Flyers shooting over 50% from the three, quite impressive. They just need to clean up on that defensive again now.
It was so hot early, Damon, as we take a look at the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights. Townsville led by as much as 7 points early in the first. Flyers hit back and owned the next quarter, really, and then the back end of that second term was when the Fire made their move. What stood out to you?
It was the defensive pressure that Townsville did. They took away the 3-ball because obviously in the first quarter the Flyers were hot. They take that away. They don't get that. They don't let them get to the foul line. Southside Flyers only got 6 free throw attempts. So as they rebounded and running, their transition game went to another level. And Southside Flyers couldn't run with them, and they got in foul trouble. And then the Fire got to the free throw line 16 times so far.
Kayla George, incredible in that first half. 16 points, 4 from 6 from the deep. She leads the scoring for the Flyers. For Townsville, well, they had 5 players in double figures last week in a massive 35-point win over the UC Caps. Courtney Woods with the 14 points for her tonight. As we take a look at the Blackmores head-to-head, Maddie Rocci and Courtney Woods. Beck, how have you seen that little battle?
I love seeing these two ladies go up against each other. We had Maddie Rocci, who's so feisty on both ends of the floor. She's been able to attack and get 2 feet in the paint really well, and too easy, to be honest with you. So Fire will definitely have to shut her down. But Woods doing on both ends of the floor and really leading her team.
Absolutely, and you mentioned during the call that you love the energy that Courtney Woods when she hit some really important shots in that second quarter, just to fire up her side, and it certainly worked. Damon, as we take a closer look at Kayla George and her shooting tonight on the Ford shot chart, this woman is 36 years of age. To come out, we mentioned pre-game, we knew she'd be fired up to take on Townsville tonight, and she really brought the heat in that opening half.
36 years old, or level 3.6 as I like to call it. Yeah, Kayla always been a shooter, and if she's got space, that shot is good to go. She's got a nice mid-range this game. She's deceiving. Like you wouldn't say that she's quick, but she just knows how to use angles on the floor. She knows how to get defenses off balance and attack their weaknesses. Had a great first half and got herself into a little bit of foul concern. I won't say foul trouble, just a little foul concern with the 2 fouls. She needs to stay on the floor for the second half.
Certainly is. She is so super important to this Flyers outfit, just getting it done as Kayla George. 4 from 6 from three-point range. How about that? So what an incredible first half of hoops we have seen so far. What will the second half produce? Can the Flyers make it 2 in a row? Will the Fire stay undefeated in WNBL26? Don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more coming up after the break.
Follow that voice inside my soul. That compass tells me where to go. Everything I touch turns to gold.
Want me to do a hello?
Put your hands together, show some love, and make some noise! It was a short game, but an effective one nonetheless, and a lot of fun.
A big well done to all of our Indigenous acts. Once again, we are celebrating Indigenous Round. Our Indigenous jersey is available for purchase. Make sure you go and check out all of our merchandise on the way out.
Hoops from the State Basketball Centre in Victoria at half-time. It is last year's runner-up, the Townsville Fire 38, leading the Southside Melbourne Flyers 36, as we head courtside to Kelsey Brown, who is with a very special guest. Kels.
I am. I'm with Angus Glover, 2-time NBL champion. And Angus, it's great to see you here supporting women's basketball. It's a new era for Australian basketball in the women's side of things. What are you liking about the game here tonight, and are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Just to see the collaboration with the NBL and WNBL now is awesome, and this is the start of something new for the WNBL, and I'm looking forward to seeing it grow over the years.
Now, I asked you off air who you were going for. Give me some insight into who you're cheering on tonight, and it's not who I thought it was.
I've got a lot of friends on the Flyers team, but I'm going for Fire. Alicia Froling was in my wife's bridal party at our wedding, so got close to Alicia over the last couple of years, so yeah, going for the Fire.
Tell us a little bit about Kira. She's played in this side of things before. She's a basketballer herself, what she's doing at the moment, and is she here with you tonight?
Yeah, no, she's just here filming the whole conversation right now, but yeah, no, she's enjoying. She's playing NBL1 still. Retired now from the WNBL. She's played for the Southside, played for Sydney. Yeah, but really enjoying. She's a full-time physio now, and really enjoying helping people get back to where they want to become. Obviously, as an ex-athlete, she fell in love with it.
And talking about the NBL and the WNBL collaboration that they've got at the moment, you're an NBL player suiting up for a game on Sunday. Who do you have, and how do you think that one's going to go down?
Yeah, we've got Perth. Yeah, it's going to be a very hard-fought game, I think. They've obviously got some injuries and some new guys coming back in, so yeah, it's going to be interesting if we play the way we want to play. Hopefully it turns out the way we want it.
And final tip for the game?
Yeah, it's close right now. Obviously, I'm going for Fire, but it can go either way right now.
Love it. Thanks for your time, Angus.
Thank you.
Love that from Angus. I think he's got a bet each way, just quietly on these two sides. But love that he's enjoying the action. Hope you are too, wherever you're watching tonight at half-time. The Fire 38 leading the Flyers 36. A superb contest in the opening half. What are we going to see in the second half? Bet Cole, Damon Lowry.
I think messages from both of the coaches will be defense. Whoever defends better for 20 minutes, I think is going to win this game, because we both know each team can go off at any moment on an offensive end.
Yeah, which team can assert their style over the other team and impose their will?
So here we go, we've got third quarter underway. A little fumble there from the Flyers ball, a nice reverse, and that is her first points of the night.
We spoke about it earlier. They need to get her some touches. She hasn't really seen the ball a whole lot tonight, so I love that that first play was run for her.
Back to a level ball game. Flyers by 5 at quarter time. Townsville by 2 at the half. Courtney Woods takes on Kayla George. Oh, just doesn't have the roll.
And you can see they wanted to attack Kayla early. They switched the ball screen, tried to pick up her third foul.
Rochi pulls up for 2. Nicely done.
That was a great screen set by Bourne for Rochi in transition. They are so hard to defend when you're on the move.
Woods goes inside to Fowler. Cooked it. Peters with a rebound. Off to Rochi. A little pop pass looking for Bourne. Woods standing in the way.
And those are the passes, those are the turnovers I'm talking about, Beck, that Maddie Rochi does. They're unforced. Speaking of turnover, Mila gives it right back to him.
You get a little look here as Peters steps her way through off the glass for 2. Good little burst from the Flyers. Turned around a 2-point deficit to lead by 3. 4 rather. Nah, this is never been my strong suit, Beck.
Me neither.
Here goes Soa. To Ellis. Relatively quiet today. Just as I say that.
Used up 22 seconds of the shot clock and then gave up a layup. You can't be feeling too good about yourself, admiring your own work. You got to play defense straight away. Both teams looking to get out and run.
And Rochi's off-ball movement has been superb tonight. She's had a lot of little cheapies or got herself to the line through that action.
Soa decides to go herself, comes up short. Read off to Rochi. They go to George. Back out to Peters. Feet set. Bounces off the rim. Reed can't keep it alive.
Yes, that was a good pass back. But can Kayla make a quick move in that post when she's got Courtney Wood on her? Because she didn't really get double teamed.
I think she can. She's so good at faking just with one jab step. And you're taller than Woods. Her shot release is so high. She could get that jump shot from the block.
Great to have the insights from WNBL and NBL champions Bet Cole and Damon Lowry with us in commentary tonight. Gus Brown is courtside as Froling goes off the glass for a couple. Back to a 2-point deficit. Fire led by 2 at the main break. Another pass just missing its target, gifting possession back to the Fire.
Both teams filling each other out to start this third quarter.
How have you seen the tactical battle, Damon?
Yeah, it's all about what they can do after misses. Like, everybody runs a similar offense, but it's what you do in those transition plays and those broken plays. If you can come out, get some scores out of that spot as, hey.
Fowler hits it sweetly.
Izzy Bourne helping out of that strong side corner. And Alex Fowler is saying, put some respect on my name.
Now Townsville back in front. A few little momentum shifts to start the third. Kayla George. Oh, that rattles out at the final moment. 4 from 7 from three-point range. Just missed the last couple. So it takes on Reed. Tough shot. Couldn't get it done.
I like that aggression from Miller. We were wanting that from her in that first half, and she can take anyone one-on-one, and she has great footwork. So although that didn't go down, I like seeing her aggressive early.
Here's Izzy Bourne. Works away inside. The spin move on Soa. Beautiful to watch.
Love a good spin cycle, Damon.
Yeah, great footwork by Izzy Bourne. She had a mismatch on the previous possession, didn't get it, but she can hurt you from inside and outside.
Flyers back in front. Soa makes a move. Another lead change. These two sides going toe-to-toe. George, 16 points to her name tonight. Hands it off to Peters. Draws the contact. On the AMI replay as we take a look at Izzy Bourne's sweet play. As you mentioned, Beck, nice little spin cycle here off the left.
And Bourne is great. You have to respect her. She is a lights-out shooter, so she just forced that balance of the defender, just shifted it a little bit, and then into the middle of the key with a nice spin move. We love to see that, especially from our forwards.
Two from two at the line for Hayley Peters. To the starting 5 tonight. 5.5 to play in the third. Woods. Now to Olsen. As Fowler free, decides to go herself. Can't make it count.
Late in the shot clock, everybody likes to switch. And Olsen had Kayla George on and settled for a 3. Kayla would have been happy forcing her into that shot instead of taking her off the dribble.
Reed hands it off. Kayla George. 18 points now, 9 rebounds for Kayla George. Coming off 19 points, 11 rebounds last week. Fowler up against George. Hands it off to Froling. Now they go outside to Woods, who gets an open look. Can't get it to go. Peters with a rebound.
Great ball movement, though, by Fire. The shot didn't go down, but everyone touched the ball in that possession.
George hands it off to Rochi. She pulls the trigger. No good. Working hard up the rim, and it will remain with Flyers.
Beck, that wing ball screen with Izzy Bourne and Tara Reed, they switching it. Tara, she doesn't need to reverse the ball because now Mila Soa is guarding Izzy Bourne. She just got to be patient and just dump it inside. If I was Izzy Bourne, I would politely say that to her.
And also, Reed's first step is super quick. If you're not giving it inside to the mismatch, I'd love to see Reed be more aggressive. She's someone who definitely can take a step up in her role. She's so quick. But what a great out-of-bounds play by the Flyers. You love being able to execute an out-of-bounds play and get an easy 2 points on the board.
So scoreless at half-time, Izzy Bourne. She's got 6 points in the third. They work it into the corner, and the shot goes down from Fowler.
Alex Fowler came into this game shooting 0% from 3. Hadn't hit one yet. Did that deter her? Nope. Now she's 3 for 3 from down there. Way to back yourself.
As a coach, what do you say to a player, Damon, when they're just when that's happening? How do you kind of get them to be in that right mindset?
You got to let them know the next one is going in. That's the matter. At some point, you're going to be right. But you got to back yourself.
And the Flyers are really clogging the key. So therefore, you leave Fowler outside. That closeout is way too far. Her feet set, she's money.
Here's your chance to score bragging rights when you put your WNBL knowledge to the test. Scan the QR code on your screen now to play the WNBL quiz. Can you beat the buzzer? Flyers by 2 points. It was the Fire by 2 at halftime.
There you go, right there.
Here is Bourne, now they go out to Reed. Rd3 with an open look, and she gets it done!
Great hit by Maddie, but that all was developed by Izzy Bourne. Had the mismatch inside, drew the double team, kicked it out, extra pass, cash.
They've opened up a bit of a gap. They're up by 5. Cox wrestles with Bourne. They turned it over. Went to remain with the 5.
Christy Hare was asking for a hook. I was thinking more of a 3 seconds if you drew the ball 4 times on a post move. Normally that's a 3 seconds.
Great atmosphere tonight at the State Basketball Centre. Flyers right in this challenge. Here goes Courtney Woods. And it's a foul.
Townsville are looking good at the moment when they're getting pick and rolls up the top with either Cox or Foley setting it. You've got Woods, who's been so active in that first half. You're now making them decide who they have to guard. So Woods will either have that jump shot at the elbow or she'll be able to find those passes like she's been making.
They have turned it over the Fire.
Got to be so careful when you're setting ball screens. You got to understand some games referees might let you get away with a little bit more, but this particular game, you got to make sure you are set in a guard that has the weight back. You can't take off too early.
That is correct. As a guard, I know some bigs have not been happy with me as I have gone too quick because I was too excited.
2 minutes left in the third. These two sides continuing to trade blows. Kelly George can't get it to go. Cox with a rebound. Straight off to Woods. He's been important tonight for Townsville. She gets it back here. Now tries to drive her way to the basket. Call is Townsville.
Courtney Wood has great body control. Like, she's not going to blow by you, but once she gets into the key, she knows how to contort her body back, avoid contact, shoot it from different angles. Reminds me a bit of what you used to do.
She has hang time, and she can just stop on that last step and almost pause. What do you mean what I used to do? I'm still doing it.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, send it to early retirement, Damon.
No, when you get that ankle sorted out, you'll be back doing it.
Amen.
Oh, Kayla George, not quite. Born with an O-board. Rd3 to Marissa, the American import, misfires. Hanging on to a 5-point lead here, the Flyers. Beck and Damon, how big do you think the Flyers' lead needs to be at 3/4 time for them to feel in control?
10. Double-digit lead at home into the last quarter. I'll be feeling good about myself.
Cox one-on-one in the cage with George.
And 10 gives you a bit of breathing room. 5 points is 2 possessions. 10 points, that's a whole other ball game.
A minute to work with in this third quarter.
There's a switch.
Here she is, George. She's just lost her range a little bit. Shooting the lights out of it early stages. Rd3's okay.
I just feel like you got to know, if you're running a ball screen, what are you doing it for? Like, are you doing it just for the sake of doing it, or are you trying to get the mismatch? And that time, Izzy Bourne sets the screen. There's a mismatch because they switch it every single time. Trust Izzy Bourne to make the right decision. She's already proven that she can.
44 seconds left. Flyers lead 55. Flyers 52.
Ellis to inbound. They go to Soa. There's Andrews for company. Now back to Ellis. Froling. Ellis now into the corner for Cox. She's all alone and comes up short in the triple attempt. Late chance here for the Flyers. Put some more scoreboard pressure. Marissa. Nice finish. Flyers by 5. What do the Fire got? Shot clock ticking down. They go to Cox. And as we turn for home at 3/4 time, the Southside Melbourne Flyers have the lead over the undefeated Townsville Fire, 57-52. What a finish we've got coming up on Friday Night Hoops. Do not go anywhere. A massive last quarter to come after the break.
Who's alive in the house tonight, Southside Melbourne? There's a few of you, but I know there's four. Who's alive in the house? We lead by 5. The final quarter starts now.
One more quarter to play at the State Basketball Centre on your Friday night. It is the Southside Melbourne Flyers taking on the Townsville Fire, and the Flyers have the advantage by 5 points at the last break. We've seen a fantastic contest so far, and you get the feeling it's going to get even better in the last quarter. Jess Webster with you in commentary alongside WNBL and NBL champions Bet Cole and Damon Larry. And courtside for us tonight is Kelsey Brown, who was lurking around the Flyers huddle at 3/4 time. Kels, what were the key messages?
Well, from Christy Harrier, it was all about Kayla George in the first half. Now it's about Izzy Bourne. They want more to go through her. They spoke about the pick and roll and how Townsville Fire are switching on that, so she needs to be rewarded. Time to go through Izzy Bourne a little bit more. And Maddie Rocci urged her team, let's not get complacent now. Let's really push. We want to finish this one off strong.
Thanks, Kelsey, as we get the final quarter underway. Izzy Bourne, she's on screen, 6 points in that third quarter. She was scoreless to half-time.
Same play, same action back. Wing ball screen with Izzy Bourne. They didn't go into it straight away, but just because she was sealed and drew a foul on Abby Ellis, they got to do something different with that action. Any suggestions, Ben?
They just need to keep going at Bourne. I'm not exactly sure what the change-up is, but you need to get the ball in her hands. I also like them in a Spanish. They did that early on. I haven't seen it again since the first or second quarter. And that, again, that's another way that she can get her feet in the paint and a mismatch.
Froling misfires. Flyers take it down the floor through Reed.
But we see as well, Maddie Rochi doesn't start this quarter. She's in 4 fouls. She's someone who steers that ship. So can young gun Hayley Andrews take control with a nice layup there and really lead her team and execute the plays that need to be done?
Good start to her final quarter, Hayley Andrews. Ellis passes her way through. It's a foul.
Townsville definitely attacking the basket. They're not shooting well, missing a few layups that they would normally convert. But it's the three-point line for mine, Beck. They're 6 of 21 from 3. Hit a couple that third quarter, but they didn't get one free throw attempt.
Horvat finds herself at the line. Make sure to download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story, and stats. The fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. Make sure you scan the QR code on your screen now.
And it's unlike them to shoot the 3-ball at this percentage, the Fire. But the thing is, their shots have been good shots. I wouldn't say I've seen that many that I'm like, that was a bad shot, not out of the offense. They just haven't fallen for them today.
Chantal Horvat takes a rest. She was having a look at her hand, potentially her fingers, so maybe just getting some treatment there on the bench. There is Izzy Bourne, quickly past to Marissa, now to Kayla George. Oh, rattles out. Flies by 8. Wood swings it across to Olsen. Pulls the trigger and drains it.
Nice shot, much needed by Lucy Olsen. Can that ignite the defense?
Andrews over to George. She's offline as we head courtside to Kelsey Brown.
One for you, Beck Cole. Last game we saw the Townsville Fire have 5 players in double digits. Right now they've only got 2 and no one really looking close to that. Who do you need to see stand up for Fire in this moment?
That's a great question by Kelsey Brown. And I was looking at the stats before we entered the 4th, and Mila Soa is someone I think really needs to just step up. I'd love to see her be more aggressive, hit those shots. She can be that just, I think, impact player for the Fire. So for me, her and Ellis, when Abby Ellis comes in, she's been lights out for the Fire the last 2 games. Can their point guard get going for them?
Great to have the thoughts of 2-time WNBL champion and former Flyers captain Beck Cole with us in commentary tonight. Izzy Bourne working
Oh, wow. Izzy out there looking like Jason Bourne. The Bourne supremacy, the Bourne identity, all those Bourne flicks. She's a handful, Beck.
I enjoyed that. That was a good one. That was just a grown woman move. That is some strong basketball. Fakes to the middle, spins, gets 2 feet. That's what I love. 2 feet. Fowler is close in her body and she finishes and gets an and 1.
Completes the 3-point play. As we look at Chantal Horvat there on the bench, just getting that right hand looked at. We'll get Kelsey to keep her eye on that. 8 points the way of Southside. Soa, you asked for her to step up, Beck. There she is on cue.
She must have heard me, because Soa, that is important for your team right now.
Hayley Andrews, that's one way to get subbed out. Helping out of that corner when Mila's over there.
Marissa takes on Cox. Can't get the finish. Back to the 3-quarter time margin of 5 points. Under 7 to play. Woods takes them all on. Bounces out. George up against the box. Oh, beautiful feed to Bourne and the finish too. Excellent team play.
Again, the 2 bigs doing guard-like skills. Kayla George in transition to Bourne cutting off the ball.
Woods drives hard, draws the contact.
Courtney Woods and all the guards, if you go anywhere near Shannon Seabaum in Townsville, you are going to learn how to manipulate a ball screen. Gets into the key, late help by Izzy Bourne, and one.
And Woods is so great coming off those pick and rolls. She has definitely elevated her game in that area. One of the best in the league. She was phenomenal last season, and she said she's also been working on her facilitating, which she can. Last game she had 14 assists, so right now Fire get Courtney Woods in a pick and roll.
She's 5 from 5 at the stripe. 7 assists tonight alongside 17 points for Courtney Woods. Peters comes up short. Woods goes over the top to Cox, now into the corner. And Olsen with a triple.
She's hit a couple of big threes when it matters. Olsen has turned up in this fourth quarter.
Back to a 1-point ball game. 5.5 to play. Izzy Bourne and George, shot clock ticking down. Hayley Andrews. Can't get it to go. Good O-board from Peters, and the reverse finish is there.
Oh, and Fire, that hurts your soul. You play 23 seconds of great defense, and then you miss the rebound. Those are the sorts of plays right now when it's neck and neck, you just cannot give up.
Let's head courtside to Kelsey for an injury update. Kels?
I don't have great news for you guys. Chantel Horvath is out for the rest of the game. It looks to be a right hand issue. She's in the hands of the medical staff at the moment, but she will not take any further part in the game, which is a huge loss for the Townsville Fire. She had massive impact in the last game, so a big out for them.
Certainly is, Kels. Yeah, bad news for Chantel Horvath. 20 points, 9 rebounds in their win against the Caps. It's one of those 5 players, as we mentioned, who hit double digits.
Might have dislocated her finger.
And she's not someone who just sits out, so I really hope Chantel is okay.
Olsen's got the hot hand in the 4th.
Who dropped the dime?
Scores a level as we head to a timeout here in the 4th quarter. 68 apiece at the State Basketball Centre. Jess Webster with you on commentary alongside WNBL and NBL champions Beck, Cole and Damon Larry. Beck and Damon, this contest is just heating up.
It's round 3 and I feel like we're calling one of the finals. The atmosphere, you can hear it, it's loud. It's 68 all right now. We have 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter and I'm on the edge of my seat.
And they're singing Sweet Caroline in the stands. You've got to love it, Damon.
A classic. No matter what year it is, if you put this song on, you're going to get participation.
George with the 18 points, Rochi with the 16 leading the way for the Flyers. Woods with 17, Fowler and now Olsen joining her in double digits with 10 and 13 respectively. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the last quarter and scores are level. What a contest it has been. Our Amy replay.
Look at this ball screen right here. Courtney Woods. She rejects the ball screen, gets into the key, drew to help, and Lucy Olsen said, have you not seen what I've been out here doing? These are 22-foot layups for me. Cash. Beck, they got problems on both teams. Here's the problem, right? So the Townsville Fire can't guard Izzy Bourne, and on the other end, they can't work out how to defend the ball screen with Courtney Woods.
Let's head courtside to Kelsey, who was in the Flyers huddle in that last timeout. Kels, what did you hear?
It was very simple instructions from Christy Harrower. Damon's going to like it. It was all about the defensive end. Do not help. I'd rather 2s instead of 3s.
Jamal bringing it out of nowhere. That brought Christy Harrower to her feet with applause.
And we see Rochi in the ball game. As the Fire, do you look to attack Rochi, get her 5th foul so she cannot steer the ship for the Flyers?
Yeah, you put her on the ball screen. I mean, look, it's heavy balls. We are officially in crunch time too, people. So it's just heavy ball screen by the Fire.
Oh, Courtney Woods out of nowhere.
play from Woods. She just snuck up and stole that ball and took it to the end. What a big play.
Like a thief in the night. Peters from downtown responds in a big way.
From New Jersey. I was just going to say, Izzy Bourne got subbed out, but Peters came in and said, don't worry about it, I got you covered.
What are we going to see next? Cox. Sorry to hit it. Woods comes in with a little contact.
And the Flyers got away with one there. They had a big miscommunication on that pick and roll. Left Cox wide open. She almost had space, Cox, to actually just take one dribble, get to the basket.
I'm coming back with Alicia Frawling for Cox, Beck, just for giving me a little bit more mobility.
Here's Reed off to Rochi. Thought about it and decides to drive her way through, and it bounces in.
And that's a tough take by Rochi.
18 points for Maddie Rochi tonight. Flyers by 3. Olsen is fouled by George.
Taylor's done a good job protecting herself. Only her 3rd foul. She had 2 at the 2nd quarter. And here comes Izzy Bourne. Checking back in for Marissa. This is the closing lineup.
And with the Fire right now, do you go, whatever man is on you, that is Kayla George or Maddie Rochi, get them in a pick and roll. If they stay, attack them. If they switch, attack them. They're both on 4 fouls. You're going to get one of them out of the game, or they're going to be scared to play D. You might have a more of an offensive option.
Beck, your point guard analysis give me goosebumps. You know I love that kind of stuff.
Stop it. A point the difference. Flies with their noses in front. 3 minutes to play. Bring it on. Who's going to stand up when it matters most? Woods to Peters. Gets around Cox. Now puts it up. Olsen with the rebound. Townsville's opportunity to
Good
foul.
pass.
Bounce pass to Woods. Excellent.
Caught Flyers in transition. A little bit slack once again. Good kick ahead to Alex. And Alex got the assist.
Rochi goes all the way herself. Outstanding work.
And she's doing a great job in the pick and roll. Right now, she doesn't want to pass the ball. She's putting her team on her shoulders. I think they need a bit more help on the split line.
She's got 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Maddie Rochi. As we head to a timeout here in the last 2 minutes, 22 on the clock.
Yeah, you see Maddie attacking Lauren Cox in the ball screen. I like seeing both teams identify the best possible mismatch in attacking.
She's a 3-time WNBL champion for a reason, Maddie Rochi. An outstanding performance so far. 20 points. Kayla George with the 18. Peters 12. Bourne 11. So they've got 4 players in double figures tonight. The Flyers. Courtney Woods leading the way with 21 plus 8 assists for the Fire. Olsen 17. She's had an outstanding final quarter, and Fowler with the 10.
Courtney Wood also got the 4 steals, so she's playing both ends of the floor. But she's on 4 fouls. You want to be careful. She don't want to foul out of this game this late.
Beck, what do you think the messages are in the Flyers huddle?
It's all about defense right now. Whoever is going to play defense, get stops, rebound the ball, is going to win this game. And on the other end, you got to keep executing, but you can't play scared. I feel like there's a few times you've seen someone have the ball, have a look at their shot, and no, kick it on. Shoot your shot.
Flyers by a point, just over 2 minutes on the clock. Here goes Olsen!
And who is this foul on right now?
It'd be on Haley. But you're right, Beck. She went right at Maddie Rochi. Maddie Rochi just gave her the Matador defense because she don't want to foul out. There's nowhere to hide out there, Beck.
Not at the State Basketball Centre, nowhere to hide.
She's 100% free throw shooter so far in WNBL 26.
Oh, Jess!
Yeah.
What are you doing?
As a player, dear God.
What is she shooting now, Jess?
Shh. Has not missed.
Okay.
That's a superstar right there, Lucy Olsen. Feeling the heat. Now it's the Fire with their noses in front by a point. Into the final 2 minutes we go. George in the corner. Steps up to the plate.
And what an executed play. I ran that last season. Miscommunication. Cox didn't know. Maddie was coming off to re-screen Kayla George. Money.
Townsville's turn to hit back. Olsen's come alive, but Izzy Bourne, excellent defense. Opens the door. Rd3. Now Peters.
Baseline.
For George. She works the baseline. Peters with the O-board and put back.
They ran the exact same play. Got it to Kayla on the inside. She's going to turn to the baseline 9 times out of 10. But Haley Peters backed it up. The two-headed monster bait.
And Peters has been really impactful. She might not necessarily be putting all these points on the board, but she's been in the spots at the right time. She's hit her shots when she's needed. And we see George doing what she's been doing all night, being aggressive to the basket. This is Peters being at the spot at the right time. Those two have worked really well together.
Flyers by 5 at quarter time, Fire by 2 at half time, Flyers by 5 at three-quarter time. And they're currently up by 4. Shannon Seaborn drawing up the plays in the Townsville huddle.
I almost feel weird to question the multiple coach of the year, Shannon Seaborn, but somebody got to get in the press conference and ask him, how come Alicia Frawling, did I miss something? She's not in foul trouble. Alicia has the 2 fouls. I just feel like she gives them a different defensive kind of a weapon as well as offensive back. So I'm just surprised that she's been sitting for so long.
So Soa, Woods, Fowler, Cox and Olsen on the floor for the Fire. George watching Reed, Bourne, Peters for the Flyers. Horvath's out for the rest of the game with a hand injury. Frawling's on the bench.
And Frawling does a great job of just bothering her opponent. She has those long arms, she gets good body contact. We've seen her make a nice rejection earlier against a step-back Kayla George. It'd be nice to see her put back in the game.
Into the final minute at the State Basketball Centre. As we reach this game's thrilling climax, Courtney Wood steps her way through. She has been superb tonight. 23 points, 4 steals, 8 assists. Can she get her side over the line? Or will the Flyers hang on? Kayla George, no way! Unbelievable!
Money George. She is not playing today. Shooting over 50% from the three-point line. Take a bow, Kayla George.
Flyers by 5, all or nothing for the Fire. Olsen steps up and absolutely nails it.
Lucy said, calm down, this game ain't over with.
Keeps her side in it. Will Kayla go for it again? Frolling's back out onto the floor.
Shot clock, Beck, got a foul, Beck. It's like a 2-second differential.
There is the foul.
A lot of time went off the clock just then. 8 seconds is still plenty of time, but Maddie Rossi can pretty much tell her, can say good night. She knocks both of these down.
Pressure moments. If she makes this, it's going to be tough for the Fire.
And she does get it. We mentioned earlier, that's why she's a 3-time champion for a reason, Maddie Rocci. Under all sorts of pressure.
Maddie Rocci did a great job protecting herself. She knew she was in 4 fouls. She knew she was going to have to give up some stuff on defense in order to stay on the floor so she could make sure her team executes on the offensive end. But you watch Shannon Seabaum come out of this timeout with some exotic play for a 3-ball.
3 WNBL and NBL championships between the two of you, Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. 7.9 seconds on the clock. You trail by 4. What does the Townsville Fire do?
Yeah, coach, let me know. What am I doing?
I'm just playing straight up defense. I can't lose on this possession. So whether it's a 3 or a 2, it doesn't matter. Just make it as difficult as possible. Switch all screens, but then they're going to play the foul game. Make sure the ball is inbounded to your best free throw shooter. So Maddie Rocci, whatever happens if they score, make sure you get the ball.
It's been a spirited performance from a new look Flyers outfit in this season. Kayla George, their boom recruit, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. 6 of 11 from 3-point range, Kayla George. Is it enough?
Defense.
Here we go, the home fans out of their seats at the State Basketball Centre. Desperately want to see their side hang on. Lucy Olsen, not quite. Throwing. And Kayla George go head to head.
That was a late whistle call.
Good night. They got the stop they wanted. Shannon Lucky went for a quick 2, was going to play the foul game, but Alicia missed it. And that should just about, that's over.
A big vet move. She made sure she got that rebound. She held onto it tight.
She is simply a player who continues to get better with age, Kayla George. To have the final say on a dominant night, 26 points. What a win to the Flyers. They take down the undefeated Fire and get a first win on their home floor in WNBL26. An amazing performance after an incredible game of WNBL hoops. Flyers 89, Townsville 83. So you see Chantal Horvat on screen with that right arm taped up. We'll wait to see the outcome of that injury. But just an incredible contest tonight. The Flyers by 5 at quarter time. The Fire hit back in the second and led by 2 at the halftime break. Flyers again wrestled back the momentum to lead by 5 at 3/4 time. And they went toe-to-toe and traded blows in that final quarter, but it is the Southside Melbourne Flyers who came out on top by 6. Kayla George led the way with 26 points. Rocci with 22, including 5 assists. Peters 14, Bourne 11 points, and for the Fire, Woods 23. She was superb tonight. Olsen 22, her last quarter incredible. Fowler finished with a 10. Your top point scorers for these two sides. An amazing atmosphere and crowd at the State Basketball Centre. They got to see their team win a fantastic contest over the undefeated Fire, and Kelsey Brown is with the woman of the moment. Kels, over to you.
I'm with Kayla George. A massive game from you, so lethal from deep. I want to ask you though, how does that one feel? A win against an undefeated Townsville Fire.
Yeah, we definitely came in pretty hyped up, and I'm sure Townsville are feeling pretty confident. They're a great side. They, have a great system under Shannon, and they're really disciplined with it. So, I'm really proud of the girls for fighting through the momentum swings of the game, and especially our first official home game to come out on top feels great.
You personally, I know you're not going to want to up yourself talking about yourself too much, but I know that, you know, the form that you've come into this season with is second to none, and your age doesn't seem to matter. How are you feeling out there body-wise? Damon Lowry reckons you've got another 100 games in you.
It's funny, when you're in your 30s, you're either mouldy cheese or you're aging like fine wine. There's no in between. So when I have a bad game, people are like, she should retire. When I have a good game, people are like, oh, the fine wine. So I feel really good. I love this group. We've got a fantastic group here. I have a spark for basketball, so I love playing this game still, and I'm enjoying playing at a high level.
I want to know about the identity of this team. It's a new look group. How do you feel the identity is coming along? Does that go a long way to showing who you are within yourself?
Yeah, I think our identity, that's a really loaded question. I feel like we're just really accountable. We really have each other's backs, and it goes a long way in having positive culture, and it shows on the court so far in round 3.
Yeah, we absolutely love what you're doing, Kayla. Congratulations on a massive win. Go and enjoy this one.
Thanks, Dove.
Thanks to Kelsey and Kayla. Beck, Cole, Damon, Lowry. It's getting ridiculous at this point. The performances of Kayla George, we certainly don't want her to go anywhere anytime soon. These are our highlights from tonight.
Just what a big statement made today. Kayla George definitely showing that she is leading this team. Bounced back from round 1, has lit it up with double-doubles these last 2 games. But what I was so impressed with the Southside Melbourne Flyers was the execution late in the game. I don't think they've had that in the last 2 games. And for me, Kayla George was making big money shots.
Kayla George is an ornament to the game. We can sit up here and talk about her all day, but she's not resting on her laurels. She's still going out there putting the work in. But I like it, the Izzy Bourne, Haley Peters, that trifecta, that three-headed monster right there is going to give teams problems throughout the league.
So the captain, Kayla George, played a 374th game tonight against Townsville. It puts her 1 game behind 5th place. Karen Dalton on 375 in the WNBL's all-time games played list, as we head back downstairs to Kelsey Brown, who's with Izzy Bourne.
I've got someone else who's enjoying the win. Izzy, a great game by you. We know Christy Harrower asked for you guys to bring the physicality into this one tonight. How did you think you executed the game plan? Obviously coming out with a win, but how was the execution for you guys?
Yeah, I think we did really well. We knew that it was going to take 40 minutes to beat them. They're a familiar team. They work really well together, so we know we had to put 40 minutes together, and they were going to have runs at us because they're too good not to have runs. So I think we just put 40 minutes together and stopped those runs when we could.
For you guys, you've got someone like a Kayla George out there. You coming in as a player and playing with someone like her, how does she have an impact on someone like you?
Yeah, I feel so lucky to be playing with her. She just fills my cup every day at training, on the court. I struggled in the first half. She came out in the second half and said nothing but great things to me, filled my cup, and I felt like I had the energy to do what I needed to do in that second half.
After this win, now I spoke to Kayla, she said potentially this is the way that you guys can find your identity. Where do you think this Flyers team can go from here?
Hopefully only up. We work really, really, really hard at training, so yeah, we work too hard on trainings to not come out and give it our 40 minutes every game, so hopefully it's just up from here.
A great game by you. Enjoy this win.
Thanks so much.
Thanks to Kelsey and Izzy Bourne downstairs. I love that insight. She was scoreless at half-time until Kayla George filled her cup, and she had a great second-half performance, Izzy Bourne, with the 11 points. Well, don't go anywhere. Coming up after the break, we've got plenty more. We will dissect this thrilling game that we've just had on Friday Night Hoops. Flyers by 6 over the Fire. Stay with us. Plenty more to come after the break.
Everybody know about it. Everybody hard on it. Climbing up the whole mountain. Anything you want. Everybody say what?
You need a drink. Ah, no.
Welcome back to Friday Night Hoops. So what a game we have witnessed tonight at the State Basketball Centre. The Southside Melbourne Flyers by 6 points over the Townsville Fire. Their undefeated streak comes to an end in a thrilling game that we've seen tonight. Jess Webster with you alongside Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. Beck and Damon, I don't know about the two of you. My heart rate probably still hasn't come down after that as we take a look at some of the amazing halftime highlights.
If I had an Apple Watch on right now, it'd be telling me I need to call the ambulance because my heart is racing also. But what a statement was made today. I think for one, the league is that Townsville Fire can be beat. There's been a lot of hype around them right now. I know it's only early days. And then from the Southside Melbourne Flyers is they executed. They showed why they have experience and why they need to be respected now with this win. That was impressive.
Damon, I asked you right at the top of our coverage, what statement do you want Southside to make tonight? Did they deliver?
They definitely did. In front of their home crowd, they showed that they are capable of knocking off whoever the top team is at that time, and they've got a formula. They got 3 scoring bigs in Izzy Bourne, Kayla George, and Haley Peters. And they led beautifully at the point guard position by Maddie Rossi. So all the pieces are there. Throughout the course of the year, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, going to be some teams dropping games that they shouldn't and vice versa. But they've shown on their day, they're going to be tough to beat.
Speaking of Maddie Rossi, how did you find her performance tonight?
I thought it was great. I mean, she had a couple of turnovers early that made the point guard in me kind of cringe a little bit, but she stayed in the game. She didn't get dirty on her own game, if you know what I mean. She moves well without the ball. She got layups, she hit big shots, and she got her teammates the ball. That is the biggest thing you can do as a point guard. Know who has the hot hand and feed them. And she did a great job of doing that. And then when the opportunity presented itself, she just strolled through the key and got layups. So great all-around guard game by Maddie.
Beck, we think she's a veteran. She's only 27 years of age, but she has been around the WNBL a long time. She really showed her experience tonight.
She did, especially with those 4 fouls. She was really smart, not giving away that 5th. She really just steered the boat for her team tonight, put the team on her shoulders, and it shows. Like Damon said, she had an all-round game. 22 points, shooting the ball really well from the three-point line at 67%. And we see with those free throws, yes, she missed 2 early in the game, but she made those 2 when it counted at the end.
So Maddie Rossi and Kayla George combining for 48 points tonight as we take a look at the Bunnings Warehouse ladder as we kick off round 3 tonight. So we've already seen a thrilling game. And Townsville no longer the only undefeated side. That remains the Perth Lynx and Southside Flyers getting their 2nd win of the season. Beck, how important is it to get a win like this over one of the championship contenders so early in the season for the Flyers?
It's massive, 1, for your confidence, but 2, winning games early at home is so important because it can bite you in the bum later down the track. And I've witnessed it before. You don't get wins early, the confidence can then start to derail. Then you almost second-guess yourself. So right now, this is big. They won against Sydney Uni Flames, now at home in front of their crowd against people who are calling, early the championship team.
So we've had a first game of round 3. Still plenty more action to come. Perth, the only undefeated side, they take on Geelong Venom on Sunday. The Bendigo Spirit take on the Flames. Townsville Fire back in action against Perth. Their road trip continues. They won't head home until round 5 when they face Adelaide. So they've got a couple more away trips against Perth and Geelong. But these are wonderful scenes. Kayla George, Sun Eastern Young fans, and they're getting a prized autograph there. But Damon, it's not all doom and gloom for the Fire. What will they learn from?
Oh, not at all. Like you said, they got their first 5 games on the road. You want to split your road games and win like 80 to 90% of your home games. So they got to know that it's going to take a game like this to lose. They didn't shoot the ball particularly well. They had a lot of breakdowns that they can obviously clean up, but it is definitely no panic station. The Fire are going to be there in the end.
So what a game we've seen tonight. The Flyers get their 2nd win of the season. They take down the undefeated Fire by 6 points. On behalf of myself, Jess Webster, Beck Cole, Damon Lowry and Kelsey Brown courtside, we hope you enjoyed the coverage tonight and we'll see you again very soon.